My name is Duddit, so builds and stuff. I've got a Prismatic Hunter build with a bit of strand damage and a bit of strand resistance with Spirit of the Cyrtachnes for Woven Mail and Spirit of the Foetracer to get an instant 25% damage increase. We're going to be able to face tank our enemies, including bosses and champions. Why I like this build so much is because we're going to be laying traps with the Prismatic Specter aspect. So we're going to leave decoys. Them decoys will proc the Foetracer. Loads and loads of survivability. We're going to be featuring a bit of red death and a ×4 strand weapon boost pretty much all of the time with all of our abilities, whether it's through the grapple, the melee or the threaded specter. Just being able to get up close, face tank things, set traps, be a little assassin. So stay with me, this build is absolutely top tier, trust me. The whole build revolves around the prismatic class item, the exotic Spirit of the Foetracer. Damaging a powerful combatant or a guardian with an ability grants you a temporary damage bonus for weapons matching that ability's element. Spirit of the Cyrtachnes, whenever you use your grenade, you're going to get Woven Mail, which is a 45% damage reduction. So Woven Mail whenever you use our grenade, any grenade. Now, Woven Mail I believe gives you 40% damage reduction. It used to be 60, but now it's 40. So use my grapple. Basically, get a 40% damage reduction, just like that. And you'll also see I've got the strand weapon boost. That is because Spirit of the Foetracer is also proccing from this. Gain a 25% damage increase with weapons that are strand because we're using the strand grapple. That'll give you a 25% damage increase to your strand weapons. Woven Mail and a strand weapon boost. Loads of damage reduction and loads of damage. Now, Threaded Specter is an aspect I just want to take a look at. Activating your class ability leaves behind a decoy woven from strand matter that draws attention of nearby combatants. After taking significant damage or when you destroy it, the decoy detonates and threadlings will seek out and attack nearby foes. Obviously really good for decoys, but this will actually proc the Foetracer perk as well. You'll see there, I've got that strand weapon boost ×4. So you can dodge, leave a decoy, and that decoy will explode. Proc the Foetracer perk 25%. So it's just something that is really, really nice with this build. Now, Threaded Spike and the Grapple, these both sever. One of them severs, the Threaded Spike severs targets, which is a darkness debuff, and the Grapple will actually unravel as well. These are absolutely perfect for the other aspect that I use, the Stylish Executioner. Any debuff, sever and unravel of debuffs will make you invisible as long as you get that kill. So you're going to get loads of damage reduction from the Cyrtachnes, loads of damage increase from the Foetracer, and be able to go in and out of invisibility with the Stylish Executioner. Now, weapons, Dragoncult sickle is a really good one to run. This is a strand sword from the Warlord's Ruin. Slice is an absolutely perfect perk for this setup. Casting your class ability allows this weapon to sever targets on hit for a brief duration, up to a maximum number of targets. Now, Slice applies a 40% damage reduction. It severs, and that works perfectly with the Threaded Specter. So you're going to dodge to get your Threaded Specter down, apply Slice, and it's also got Surrounded on there as well, which is going to give you an absolute crap ton of damage. And it's also got the Origin trait on there, Sundering, which is overcharged on the Seasonal Artifact perk. I've just got a quick example of the Slice and the Threaded Specter working together in harmony. You'll see in this clip here, I've dodged, I'm going to proc my Slice. That Threaded Specter will attack the target, proc my Foetracer. Is sliced up, is going to do 40% less damage, and I've got Woven Mail on top of that from the Cyrtachnes as well. And again, this build is absolutely fantastic. Stealthy gameplay. And not only that, you've got that Woven Mail and your Slice going pretty much all of the time to do that absolutely massive damage reduction. Your Woven Mail is pretty much enough anyway from the Cyrtachnes, and you're going to get that strand weapon boost going all of the time against mages and tanky enemies. So it's just an absolutely perfect mix. You can also pair with shotguns, not just swords, which we'll go into in a moment as well as we get into the video. But loads and loads of damage reduction, loads and loads of damage, and this build enables you to face tank with confidence, because when you kill, you're also going to be applying a darkness debuff, so you're going to be able to go in and out of invisibility all of the time as well. Now, the Cyrtachnes absolutely perfect as well for Prismatic, because every time you use your Prismatic Grenade, you're also going to be proccing your Woven Mail. So every time you got your Prismatic Super going, you're also going to be infinitely having Woven Mail until that Prismatic Super runs out. And again, it just absolutely deletes things And not to mention in this GM, there's no strand burn, there's no strand burn at all. But just having that 25% instantaneous damage really does make a huge difference. I can only imagine how good this is going to be when we get strand burn back, but it absolutely wrecks. You'll see him glowing green there. He's severed up as well, so he's going to do 40% less damage to you and your teammates. That's the slice working perfectly. I got a couple of flawlesses. The only thing that actually killed me was these Stasis Shanks and Stasis Captains. These got the Stasis buff that we all deserve. These absolutely destroy you. I'd love a Stasis buff like that. They got the Stasis buff that we deserve. But that's the only time I actually died is from these Stasis Shanks. But other than that, it's absolutely brilliant. Face tanking, invisibility, sever, slice, woven mail, loads of damage reduction, and it enables you to deal quick, fast damage and be able to face tank. Now shotgun is something like until its return with surrounded, a strand shotgun, until its return again with trench barrel. These are all good options. You might have them laying about in your vault. Swordbreaker, 1-2 punch, another good option. These are all good strand shotguns. Super cluster from last season. I got a slice and surrounded on that one as well. Swords, you've got the Dragoncult sickle or thin precipice, something like that. All work perfect with this build. So there's plenty of different options. And you will notice I've got a primary strand weapon, non-exotic, and a heavy non-exotic strand weapon as well. We'll go into the secondary slot in a moment for more survivability. But just quickly, just getting this prismatic going. Getting your woven mail going, which we know how good the hunter grenades are on that. Little spike grenades do so much damage. Being able to keep that woven mail going all the time, do loads of damage to your enemies. Now this little clip sums it all up really. You can get up close, shotgun with your trench barrel shotgun or your surrounded shotgun, whatever you want to do. Apply your slice. You're also just going to be able to fire your grapple off your melee to go invisible, that unravels. Get your grapple, get your woven mail. Again, dodge, get your threaded specter down to apply the decoy. That decoy will attract enemies, and also when it explodes, it'll proc your Foetracer. Get in and out, loads of damage, fast survivability, and big DPS. Now, as I mentioned earlier on in the video, Red Death fits this perfectly because if you don't want to, there's times where you don't want to be running in, the Red Death with a catalyst just gives you cure and restoration ×2. So you can sit back sometimes if you might not have ammo, or there might be a situation where you need to tap away. That will also keep you nice and healed as well, without having to have you get in there with your woven mail. And again, once you've cleared up a few enemies, you're nice and safe with your Red Death plugging away. Get up close, do all your usual stuff, apply your slice, your threaded specter, your shotgun, loads of damage reduction, absolutely perfect. Now, quick look over my fragments. Facet of Hope, while you have an elemental buff, your class ability regenerates quickly. That with threaded specter, you've always got woven mail going, or radiant, so you get your class ability back really quick. Facet of Bravery, defeat your targets with a grenade, which works for your grapple. It's going to give our strand weapons unraveling rounds as well, so a perfect fragment. Facet of Dawn, powered melee hits make you radiant, which works particularly nice with your threaded spike. Facet of Protection, while surrounded by combatants, you gain even more damage reduction. That one's just a perfect fragment to run. Facet of Solitude, landed rapid precision hits. This is perfect for your Red Death. It's going to sever them, and that sever will apply a debuff, which will make you go invisible as well from the Stylish Executioner. Now, Grenade Kickstart, because I really wanted to get most out my Cyrtachnes, so having a Grenade Kickstart mod on there with stacks on stacks is really perfect, so you can keep that grenade going most of the time. Now, the bomber mod on the class item is just a perfect one as well, because this is again built into your grenades. Every time you use your class ability, your threaded specter, you're going to gain a grenade energy. So grenade kickstart, double bomber, and stacks on stacks pretty much gives you your grenade most of the time for your Cyrtachnes woven mail. So that's pretty much the full build. I'll leave a build card courtesy of my friend Mr. Slayer God. I'll also leave a dim link in the video description. Absolutely love this build. I've used it for 4 days solid. I had a couple of flawless runs on here, pretty easily flawless as well. Loads and loads of damage, loads and loads of damage reduction. I hope you found this helpful. Have a great day.